You cannot consistently defend individual rights if you have accepted a moral code of altruism. The objectivists understand what altruism actually means, and unfortunately, most social conservatives, religious conservatives, do not understand the significance of altruism, that concept, to the debate of what we should have in the United States in our politics. So we're talking about the good Yaron Brook today. Yaron Brook is a leading proponent of the philosophy of objectivism, and he understands altruism. We agree with his understanding of altruism. He critiques Ben Shapiro, and correctly so.
Shapiro, in his recent interview with Dave Rubin that we talked about in a previous video, when Rubin asked him about objectivists and what he thinks of them in general, another thing he said was that he disagreed with their understanding of altruism. In fact, he kind of cracked a joke that whenever you say the word altruism, an objectivist starts melting like the Wicked Witch of the West when water gets thrown on her. And so it was kind of a little jab at objectivists in general. And then he kind of went on to say that he thinks altruism is not that bad of a thing, but the problem is he misunderstands what altruism really is. And he's not alone in this, so it's kind of, he can't be blamed for this. There's a lot of people who think that altruism just means being nice to other people. But that's not really the substantive meaning of altruism. It's a philosophical term, it's an ethical term that stands for an actual ethical system, a way that we ought to conduct ourselves, morally speaking. Not just, hey, be nice to people in general, but no, your main moral duty in life is to be nice to people, is to help other people, especially if it's at great cost to yourself. That's altruism. Altruism doesn't just say, be nice to people in general. Altruism says, you must be nice to people no matter what, and especially if it hurts you.
And not just be nice as in like refrain from being unkind. It's talking about you have to go out and sacrifice yourself and your life and your values for the sake of other people's life and values. And the objectivists are fairly alone out there in decrying altruism and pointing out the influence that it has on the passage of such legislation as Obamacare and everything else that the Tea Party's ever complained about. The Tea Party couldn't do anything about. The objectivists knew the answer all along. And I'm a Christian. Jacob is a Christian. We see what's going on. I don't understand why Christians don't see what's going on. If you've ever listened to these objectivists, you'll know that they're right about this issue, is that the entire Republican Party is founded on the premise of altruism, and that is what is keeping their hands tied. When you're so impatient, when you're like, why if they're in control are they not making changes? That's why. It's because they have accepted that everybody owes everything to everyone. And if they have that as a moral foundation, then it doesn't matter what the numbers say. We are morally obligated to do what Paul Ryan is doing.
Yeah, if you can't consistently defend individual rights or capitalism especially, think about the profit motive. If you believe that self-interest is immoral and you believe that your true moral duty, everyone's true moral duty is to help other people and to serve other people, that is a morality that's consistent ultimately with socialism and other variants of socialism. And that's why we have socialized medicine now. And that's why the Republicans couldn't get rid of socialized medicine, because they didn't have a morality that was able to stand up and say, no, it's not your job to take care of everyone else's medical needs. They accept the morality of altruism, and therefore they have to say it is your job to take care of everybody else's medical needs, and it would be selfish of you not to want to. And this gets down, like I said, to individual rights even. You can't consistently defend your individual rights, you selfish individual rights, if you buy into the morality of altruism that says self-interest is evil and the only good is serving other people. Well, in that case, you shouldn't insist on defending your rights. You should give up your supposed rights for the sake of other people. So this is why Yaron Brook says that people don't vote their pocketbook, they vote their morality. And he's so right in that. People deep down believe that altruism is the moral thing to do, the moral code to live by. And that's what people vote on. And we're not going to make changes in this country back to individual rights and free markets and capitalism and flourishing as human beings until we get rid of this corrupt idea that you are morally obliged to serve other people, full stop, blank check, and it's evil for you to serve your own interests.
You can hear Yaron Brook in his own words at the Living Objectivism podcast. It was live streamed on January 8th this year, 2018, and it's episode 137. So go there, check it out, and comment below. Tell us what you think. Do you think that we're correct in our assessment? Do you think we're incorrect? More to the point, do you think that Brook is correct? Do you think that Brook is incorrect?
This was good, Brook. We
Yes.
agree with Yaron Brook on this, and we disagree with Shapiro on this issue of altruism versus rational self-interest. And we're Christians. Shocker. All right.
Yep.
Now the next one is going to be bad Brook. So this was good, Brook. Bad Brook coming up next.